been jamming to your music all day. How are you?
Oh my God. I'm so glad that you like this song.
I love this song. I love your hair.
Thank you. You know
So
what?
pretty.
I washed it today and I put this coconut curl mousse in it that I love.
Oh,
It's like it doesn't make it too crunchy, but it like makes it
nice.
feel like natural curls, whatever. Like keeps it good.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I see Vera has joined us. We got some fans coming in. Hello, Vera, darling.
Hi,
Um,
Vera.
that is Bianca Jade. So let me give my wonderful introduction. I can wait, but I'll start now. This is a hot song, and I think you know that already, but I'm going to say
Hey.
it again. It's a very hot song. So
Thank you.
without further ado, I'm very excited to have you here tonight with me, all the way from the East Coast, the singer, songstress, songwriter
Yes.
extraordinaire, Bianca Jade.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. And I am Monique Marie, and this is the face behind the brand. So this is exciting because you have been singing for a very long time, and I could just start right there. I'm going to turn you down just a little bit. We'll come back to it.
Sure.
But you've been singing for a very long time, so I want you to introduce yourself as far as your gift to everyone who doesn't know who you are.
What's up, everybody? How are we doing tonight? Thank you for joining us. For those of you who don't know me, what's up, Chaz? Hey, my name's Bianca Jade, and I'm a singer and songwriter, R&B soul singer and songwriter, originally from Miami, Florida. And I have two projects out. One is called Be Light. The other is called Jade Volume 1.
Yes.
And I have a bunch of singles out and music videos out. But I love to sing, and my music, I feel, is very empowering, and especially for women. But, you know, I like to sing and make music and spread joy to the world through my gifts. So,
well, you have some amazing gifts. They are. So, and let's talk about some of that. So I of course did as much research about you as I could, because there's so much. I mean, honestly, you have a very vast portfolio. Your bio is insane, impressively insane. I mean, for your age, you are 26 years young, and you have, so much going on for yourself. And I think it's inspiring, and yes, it's empowering because it tells other women that they can do the same thing. Of course, if they, believe in themselves and work hard and do what they do what they were born to do. And so I want to talk about age 10. So am I going back far enough, or should I go further?
I feel like you're going back far enough. I feel like it's a good time.
Let's start at age 10. So first of all, you went to a performing arts school. So was that elementary or high school, I should ask?
No, that was in high school. So, when I'm originally from Miami, but when I was younger, when I was about 6 yewas old, we moved to Maryland. My dad was working in DC. And then we moved back to Miami when I was in high school, and I found out about this performing arts high school in Miami. It was brand new. And so I auditioned via YouTube for the school, and I got accepted.
Wow.
And so I went to this school for chorus and for vocal performance, and I studied jazz vocal as well. So I learned a lot of jazz, and I learned how to scat and transpose and all that stuff. So it was very cool.
But you studied jazz, choral music, you learned music theory, jazz theory.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a lot going on.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's just like when you're so passionate about something, like with your art, it's like you want to learn everything you can about it. So I felt right at home at this school. And I feel very blessed, and I felt very blessed to have been able to have that opportunity and to be in an environment where I can nurture my gifts.
Absolutely. I see Bay Area promo. He said goat season every night.
Hey.
From the Bay Area.
Okay.
We got Bay Area folks on here, girl. So you went from, of course, the performing arts school. You went to College of Miami-Dade College, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
tell us about that. Vocal music and music education major.
Yeah, so I went to Miami-Dade College. It's I went to the Wolfson campus, which is in downtown Miami. And I studied jazz vocal there as well. So I was in a jazz vocal ensemble, and I took different theory classes, and got to connect with other musicians as well, which was awesome. Performed
Nice.
all the time.
Nice.
I was really just doing my thing. Like that was when I really started, you know, developing my original music, and recording my original music and taking it very seriously. So that was a really cool time. And I graduated from my high school at the top of my class, and I got a full scholarship to my college. So
Wow.
they ended up paying me to go to school. And
Goodness
there was
gracious.
other schools that I actually wanted to go to out of state, but I was like, okay, I'm just gonna go to this one because
Yeah, they're paying for it.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, this is gonna be it.
That's beautiful. I'm again so proud of you.
Thank you.
Very, very proud of you. So let's circle back then. Of course, since I jumped all over the place, again excited with your your background. So you were in a lot of different competitions in your younger years, and of course, now I discovered you were the winner of the Sparkle Singing Challenge, which was the competition that TriStar Pictures
Yes.
and MySpace sponsored for the movie Sparkle, featuring the late Whitney Houston.
Yes.
So tell us about that.
Yeah, that was quite an exciting experience, especially being 18 years old, fresh out of high school. A friend of mine just told me about this contest that was going on. That was like a promotional contest for the movie Sparkle, and the winner gets to go on BET's 106 in Park. And I was like, okay,
Amazing.
so I'll try out for this thing. And for the audition, you had to sing one of the songs from the movie. So I sang giving him something he can feel from.
Oh my God.
I sang a piece of that, and they filmed it. And after, like, they had initial judges that I sang it in front of, and they liked me, so I sang it on camera, and they put it on MySpace. And all of like the semifinalists that recorded their performance, people had to go and vote for them on MySpace. I got like the most votes nationwide, and Jordan Sparks recorded a video like announcing that I won, and they flew me out to New York. I worked with her production team, and they had a song that was already written and recorded for me. I worked with a professional vocal producer, with professional producers, engineers, in a recording studio in New York City. And, so we recorded the song, and then I performed it on BET's 106 in Park, and did an interview with Roxy.
Wow.
So that was very cool. And of course I got to meet Jordan too. So she came to the studio session, and she was just so
humble.
Cool. She's so sweet and just down to earth, like talking to you, normally. And she's very encouraging too. Like, she gave me a lot of advice and everything while I was in the studio.
Yeah.
And while I was performing on 106, she like ran up to me on the stage and gave me a hug.
Oh.
Yeah, she was very sweet, and we still talk here and there. But yeah, that was a really nice experience. It was a cool experience, starting out as an artist.
Yes, and how incredible. I mean, like a powerhouse singer, right? Just, from one powerhouse to the other powerhouse singer on stage.
Right.
And with another powerhouse singer, then Whitney Houston, of all people. I mean, just girl. Yeah. And again, you're still at the beginning to me. I mean, you've done so much, and you're still very, very young,
I learn so much every day.
Yeah.
Every year I grow so much, and like I've learned to be patient with myself, patient with my thoughts, because I'm I naturally have all these expectations of myself, and then what I want to come and when I want it to be there. But I trust my process, and
Yes.
just I know like what's for me is always going to be for me. So
Yes. Well, I like that, because what we talked about a little bit today, and I'm not gonna make this some structured interview, because it's just, again, you are full of gifts in life. And so we have literally so much time, and I'm just gonna just say what I want to say here. Okay.
yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Because there's just so much. I mean,
Okay.
I learned so much about you in just this matter of timing. And then when we were talking today, I mean, remember we were talking about the spiritual part. I mean, that is in itself greater than anything. And
Yes.
when you express that to me, I said, oh, well, now it all makes sense. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
talk a little bit about that, because you're a very young woman, and you're 26, and you are doing things that a lot of women twice your age have not been able to accomplish when it comes to the business. When we talk about theory, spirituality, character, all of that plays a big role. And one of the things I know in your interview that you had recently, you expressed some things and I want to go over those. You talked about things that you've learned that you can no longer do, as a process of part of, things that don't make sense to others, but things that you have made for your self-love and yourself. So talk about self-love when it comes to Bianca and her success here in the industry.
Woo.
Yeah. Get into it, please.
You know what? It's a process.
Mm-hmm.
I like, as much as we talk about self-love and about, oh, you got to love yourself, love yourself for who you are, and don't worry about what other people think. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I still I still have my moments. I still have it's a constant, it's not, I don't want to even say battle, but it's a process. You always, like, you have to exercise it like a muscle.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like, we all have moments where we doubt ourselves,
Mm-hmm.
or where we feel like things aren't going the way that we want them to, or however that goes. But you got to trust inside that you are a light, and you have a light inside of you that
Mm-hmm.
is meant to be shared with this world.
Yes.
That is meant, and that's exactly how I feel. Is like, I feel like we all have our special gifts. We all have our special gifts and talents that each person is meant to bring to this world, and that is unique, and that is important.
Yes.
Like, even there might be many singers out there, but the way that you sing and the way that you deliver the song is different, and shines a different light from me, or shines a different light from the next singer next to us. So I think that when we love ourselves and we bring that self-love into ourselves first, your light shines that much brighter.
Absolutely. And your light is shining, honey. So let's talk about let's talk about that light too, with some of the songs and the most recent release that was playing just now, Higher. So I mean, perfect title, right? You take me higher. I mean, you're talking about going higher, with self love, empowerment, all of it. And then of course the amazing acoustics on there is just, to add. I want to say that's beautifully insane.
Yes, shout out to Frankie Payne on the guitar and bass.
Gosh.
And shout out to Dap YP for the co-write and for production on the record.
Amazing song.
Yeah, I love that song. I feel like actually when we actually wrote and did the the live bass and guitar in the studio. Like, the song was not written until we got into the studio and wrote everything and then recorded it.
Wow.
And it was just such a beautiful experience. Like, just making a song that just purely comes from the heart. And it kind of, like, when I was ready to release it, I was a little bit nervous to release it, because I felt like it didn't sound like a lot of my other songs. And I was like, I don't know how people are going to receive this, if they're gonna like it, if they're if they're gonna be feeling this vibe. But I was like, you know what, this is whatever even if it is different from my other songs,
Mm-hmm.
it still is sharing a message that I want to share.
A great, great message. Yes, absolutely.
And it's coming from my heart. So that's why I do it. This is why I make music. So why not?
Absolutely. And this is what I'm noticing too, just, like I told you earlier, this is literally my 3rd week doing this show. As you know, I'm an artist, and it's just like, I just all of a sudden wanted to find out more too for myself about the creative process for others, and not just about, what we hear and what we see, what we know to be the release of a song, but to know, again, the largest, emotion, which is the face. I mean, people see our face first, but they want to know what's behind it all, right? So I just think a lot of your music is giving just that. I mean, it's sharing true expression. You're not just talking. I mean, lyrics are very important to a song. It can sound great, but I truly listen to the message, and like I said, last night I was just driving to the grocery store, and I was pumped. Okay. Hey. Just listening to Higher. Like, I wanted to run in and run back out. Like, oh yeah, because that's the vibration you're giving, right? So if you're giving that, we're receiving that, so that's a big one. Let's talk about some other songs you've done, 2020 and 2019. So On and On is another one that's big. The visual is huge on that. Talk about that.
On and On. So when the birth of that song, or I guess, the conception of it was like, I was living in Miami, and we went to the producer's house. His name is Bea. Mm-hmm. And we went to his place in West Palm Beach, and he played the beat for me. And I was just so in love with like the funky soul vibes of it. And it reminded me a lot of like Lauryn Hill. Mm. And like, I was like, yes, I would write to this. And immediately I just started having like all these melodies come to me, and on and on. Like it just felt like such a vibe that you would listen to in your car with the windows rolled down,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Well, I think that, along with the visual you guys did together, was just like out of this world. And I'm always about the fan mail, so I'm going to read you some from both songs. So we talked about Higher first, and then of course On and On. So so some fan mail from Higher. Love this song and vibe. It's so poetic and heartfelt. It draws you in, hugs and kisses. And that was from Anne Margaret. Okay, does that sound familiar?
Something. And Margaret, that's my mom.
I knew you would love that. Okay, so the other one was from a gentleman named Shargram, and he said, great song and vocal performance, Bianca. Very, very well done. Okay, so again, people really truly listening to the entire process and how it was put together. We want to vibe, but we listen to every instrument. So for On and On, because that visual, and I want you to get into that because that's a beautiful visual you guys put together, the video. Bianca, seriously, visuals are on point. You look gorgeous, and the song is a bop. And that was from Joan Mercury. The other one is, congrats, girl. Watching your journey, I can say you truly deserve all that you are receiving. Keep working. This is a fire visual and equally fire vocals. This is incredible. The visuals on YouTube. So talk about the creative process for On and On, the video.
It was the creating this video was amazing. I had such an incredible team. Mm-hmm. So I got to give the shout outs.
Absolutely.
So shout out to Melly Andrea, she's the creative director. Shout out to Jillian Iscaro, she's the director. Mm-hmm. To Joshua Echevarria, and he was the photographer.
Amazing.
To Root Studios, that's where we shot the video. Mm-hmm. And to Dap YP and Bea for helping me to create this beautiful song.
Beautiful sound. To
DJ Illusion for mixing and recording the record at House of Dreams Studios in Miami. So back to the video part. We had a full-on team. It was a full 2-day shoot. Mm-hmm. Started at like 8 a.m. both days, and we had a crew that was doing the production, like creating, putting together the clouds for the cloud scene, hair and makeup. We had just like, it was a beautiful team, and majority of the team was women. Majority
Nice.
of the team was women, putting everything together, setting up the, you know, holding the cameras, holding the lights, all the fixtures and everything. And it was just such a beautiful experience, and just to see like how people can come together and create something so amazing,
so beautiful,
you know, like, and to make the artist look good.
Yes, because it was fabulous. I mean, like I watched it over like probably several times. I mean, from the balloons, from the pink hair, just into your regular hair, being on stage. I mean, with so many different concepts going on. I just love it.
Yes. So that was Melly or Melissa's vision, was to have all these different looks, because I told her, I was like, I want to make this like a very dreamy, vibey video that resembles me. Like I always have my head in the clouds. I'm always, my favorite color is purple, and you know, this is the vibration that I'm on.
Absolutely.
And she's like, okay, we're going to do that. And we're going to put a pink wig on you. And we're going to, you know, like, okay, cool.
I thought it was perfect.
Yeah.
Because it was a bob, you know, so it's like that A-line, you know, you can't ever go wrong with an A-line bob, you know. I
never would have thought to wear a wig like that, but they made it work.
It was super cute. It was super cute. So let's talk about that too, because, you know, having the right people in your corner is very, very crucial. And we know that to be in this evolving industry. You know, people come and go, people are changing, and you are, as an independent artist, correct? You know, so you have definitely, you're making some moves as an executive producer that a lot of people don't get a chance to make. They get things chosen for them. Talk about how important that is.
Oh my gosh, for me, my independence is so important to me. My independence and being able to make the decisions, make the creative decisions that I want to make, to be able to choose my team. I've been able to choose my team this far, and I'm so grateful to have the support system that I do. But yeah, I mean, that it's important. Like I understand, you know, the major label aspect and why they choose the people that they do. But like, when you already have the vision in mind, and you have the resources to do it, or, you know, you like, I want to be able to work with my friends. I want to work with my friends that are talented and that, you know, have great things to offer, and, you know, that have already done things that they want to do, or maybe they haven't had the chance to, and you know, I have an idea or a concept that I want to bring it to them so that they can help me bring it to life. You know, that's what collaborations are for. So
and it's unity, right? I mean, there's so much spirit and strength in all of it when you're putting something, especially so amazing, together. When you have an artist that sings like you, and has so much creative background behind her. I mean, you have no choice, but you have to have the right people work, you know, with the same vision as well. So hats off to you for that. And of course, we talked about that today because you're an Aries. So I mean, it makes all the sense in the world.
You know, I'm boss lady.
Well, you know, because I'm like, you're on the cusp and I'm on the cusp. So I'm like, you know, I go saying I'm Aries some days and I'm Taurus, you know, I'm all over the place. So, you know, God bless me, you know, and help me with that. But
resilience. That's you're resilient, you're strong, and you're very, like, you're not gonna let anybody tell you what to do.
Tell me what to do. And that's what I was just about to say to you. You're not gonna let no one tell you what to do, because I think if you were signed to a major, that's what happens sometimes. And not to knock anybody, because there's a lot of people very successful, and that's fine. But it's just, if you do have this kind of no nonsense and, you know, attitude where you just, this is how I want it done, it will probably clash. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like you got to do what works for you. Like, some people that it works for them that way, but you got to have your head on straight, and you got to know who you're working with and what situation it is that you're in. Because there's a lot of artists that don't know what they're doing, and they'll go into that situation and sign, you know, a 360 deal, and then the label owns everything that they do.
Absolutely. Look, absolutely not.
So you know.
So tell me, with that, if someone did offer you like an A-list deal, though, you know, at this level of the game where you at, I mean, where you are, and it just sounded so good money wise, would you do it? Would you sign?
Whatever it is, it has to make sense. It has to make sense for me to, what can they offer me that I'm not already doing for myself?
Get down, girl. That's what I'm talking about, girl. 26. Come on now, girl.
I've had labels reach out to me,
yes,
and approach me with deals and put them on the table. I've worked with lawyers to like help me, negotiate things, but if it doesn't make sense,
no,
it doesn't make sense,
and if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. Okay. Thank you, but no thank you. So let's talk about some of the influences. What classic records are you influenced by?
There's so many.
I know. Or just say who are your favorite musicians then?
Okay.
I know there's many of those too, but I know hearing everything from your background, from your top 40s, the jazz, who do you love?
Okay, so some of my favorites, definitely my favorites that I grew up listening to were Aretha Franklin, Whitney Houston,
yes,
Stevie Wonder, Alicia Keys,
beautiful,
Lauryn Hill,
yes,
Janet Jackson, Michael Jackson, like all the great musicians. There's just so many. Like I would be sitting here counting all.
Yeah, girl, we be here till like 9 o'clock. Look, 9 o'clock my time, because I know we're 9 at your time. So
yes.
So who in the household is a musician? Mom, dad?
My mom sings a little bit. She never really took it professionally.
Okay.
But she does sing a little bit, and I mean my whole family is very creative. Like my mom sings, and she paints too. Like as a hobby, she's a very good painter, and I have some of her paintings on my wall. And my dad is a videographer, so
wow.
He has a great eye as well. My sister is amazing too. She when we were younger, she played violin, piano. She would paint. Like she's a makeup artist too as well. So like my family is very
blessed.
Yeah.
Blessed. So what is your favorite song to perform?
Oh, my favorite. Okay. My favorite song to perform live is On and On. For sure. I love performing that, like, because so before quarantine and everything, I used to perform a lot with a band. And performing that song live with the band and just seeing the crowd reaction and just going crazy, like having them sing it back to me was just so much fun. Like
it's a beautiful song.
Amazing.
So what do you think you want to bless us with this evening? A little bit of a cappella tonight for us, Bianca Jade? Oh, that's okay. We still got you.
I can a little snippet of Higher.
Yes.
I might have to do a couple of warm-ups.
I love it. I love you. I love it. Take your time.
Girl. I got to do the water.
I got my tea. I got a little tea, but you don't want to know what I have in my tea. So you go ahead and drink what you
It's water. It's water. I know it's a red cup, but it's water. All right.
Yes.
Vibrant lights all through the city sky. I heard this where dreams are made up, in love with the busker strumming her soul. She's playing the song I've been dreaming. Her fingers translate my heart, the life that it gives me. Heart beating fast, but I'm standing still. Stomach motion, the little crook she is, using her melody to draw me in. Faucet that ain't trace from a ballpoint pen.
Ooh, dear God.
Higher than before, and I like it. That's my version of it.
So pretty. So we need to let them know, for those who have just joined us, this song is available and out now. It is Bianca Jade. It is called Higher. It is dope, and you need to go run it up tonight. Okay,
go check it out. I have actually some really cool, exciting stuff coming with this song. So make sure, if you're not already, follow me here on Instagram. I'm gonna be announcing it very soon, and you know, it'll be a little something that you guys can take home. Maybe, I don't know, a little hint here and there.
Girl, don't tell me that, honey. To take it home with us? What can we take home? Tell us more. Can you tell us more?
I can't tell you that. So you just have to follow me and see. But yes, nothing's coming. And thank you to everybody who's tuned in. Monique, you're amazing. Thank you for having me. I love your spirit, and I hope that we continue to you know, keep in touch and everything.
Absolutely. So don't party too much tonight. I know you guys got a party going on.
Oh yeah, no, I'm just chilling. You know, I just ate some food. I'm gonna drink some more water.
Just getting started. Well, we'll definitely do this again, and yes, stay in touch, and God bless you. And I appreciate you so much for taking the time tonight. I know you're at your family's house, so enjoy the weekend. Okay.
Thank you, my love. You too.
Okay. Talk to you soon.
Happy weekend. Bye.
You too. Bye-bye.